Welcome, gents. You've probably met him before. The quiet guy in the corner who seems unaware, maybe even a little lost in the chaos around him. He doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't compete for attention, and on the surface he might seem like he's just going through the motions. But here's the truth most people never see. He's not clueless. Every word you say, every move you make, every assumption you think you've made about him, he's noticing it all. While everyone else is busy proving themselves, he's quietly studying, analyzing, and positioning himself in ways that leave you wondering how he always seems one step ahead. The Sigma male's genius lies in his silence, his patience, and his ability to appear harmless while quietly gathering every piece of information he needs. He doesn't need to dominate the room or demand respect. He earns it in ways people don't even realize are happening. People underestimate him, and that's exactly the advantage he wants them to have. Because in a world where everyone is trying to impress, compete, and be seen, he moves like a shadow, observing, learning, and waiting for the perfect moment to act. This is a deep dive into the mind of a Sigma male, the strategies behind why he acts clueless, and the subtle ways he outsmarts everyone without ever being noticed. By the end of this, you'll see why appearances are never what they seem and why quiet observation, patience, and understated intelligence can give someone power that no one else even recognizes. Let's get started, gents. Number 1, they understand that pretending not to know everything often reveals more about others than asking direct questions ever could. Sigma males have this uncanny ability to seem unaware, even in situations where most people would expect them to speak up or demonstrate knowledge. But this isn't laziness or ignorance, it's strategy. By acting like they don't know everything, they create a space where others reveal themselves. People tend to underestimate someone who appears unsure. They start talking more, sharing details they might have held back if they sensed a sharp mind was fully present. In everyday life, it looks simple. Imagine a group discussion at work. The Sigma male listens quietly, nods occasionally, and asks the occasional innocent-sounding question. Meanwhile, colleagues spill their true thoughts, opinions, and insecurities without realizing it. They expose not just information, but patterns, motivations, and even weaknesses. It's a subtle skill, like watching a game of chess without moving your pieces yet. Every word others say, every reaction they have becomes a clue. Sigma males are not just collecting information. They are observing behavior in real time. They notice the little things most people overlook. The pause before an answer, the tone of voice, the slip of an opinion that contradicts what someone said before. By pretending they don't know, they lower defenses, and suddenly people are talking freely as if the Sigma male isn't even in the room. This doesn't just happen in professional settings. In friendships, family, or even casual conversations, Sigma males use the same tactic. When someone assumes the Sigma male doesn't know much, they inadvertently give away truths that help the Sigma male make better decisions, navigate relationships more effectively, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. It's a quiet, almost invisible form of intelligence. People think they are in control of the situation because the Sigma male seems naive or distracted. In reality, he is fully aware and absorbing everything. The brilliance is that no one ever suspects the Sigma male is quietly orchestrating the understanding of the room. Pretending not to know everything is not a flaw. It is a calculated choice that turns other people's assumptions into his advantage. He doesn't need to confront, question aggressively, or demand answers. By holding back, he makes others reveal more than they ever intended. And in that revealed space, he quietly becomes the one with the upper hand. Number 2, they use silence as a tool because when people believe they are not paying attention, those same people often drop their guard. Silence is one of the most underestimated tools in a Sigma male's arsenal. Most people feel compelled to fill gaps in conversation, to respond, to react. They believe that quietness signals disinterest, ignorance, or lack of awareness. A Sigma male understands exactly how to turn that assumption to his advantage. When he chooses not to speak, he creates an invisible pressure. Others, feeling the weight of silence, begin talking more than they normally would. They overexplain, justify, or reveal things they wouldn't otherwise share if they felt someone was fully engaged and reactive. In everyday life, this looks simple but effective. Picture a meeting where a Sigma male is sitting quietly while colleagues argue or discuss a project. Instead of interrupting or asserting his opinion, he remains calm, almost detached. The people around him, sensing his silence, feel a strange need to fill it. They explain their reasoning, their frustrations, and even their hidden motives, unknowingly giving the Sigma male a complete map of intentions and weaknesses. By the time he finally speaks, he doesn't just respond. He responds with precision, addressing points that others left exposed in their eagerness to fill the quiet. This tactic works beyond professional environments. In social situations, friends or acquaintances may reveal their biases, hidden agendas, or insecurities when faced with a silent observer. People often misread quietness as disinterest, which is exactly the illusion the Sigma male wants. By listening without reacting, he turns ordinary interactions into intelligence-gathering sessions. Every word that slips out, every hesitation, every overly enthusiastic explanation is a piece of the puzzle he quietly assembles. The beauty of this method is that it's invisible. No one notices that the Sigma male is observing, calculating, and understanding much more than anyone realizes. Silence gives him control without confrontation. It allows him to measure character, detect deception, and prepare for future moves without ever exposing his hand. People reveal themselves not by what is asked, but by how they react to the absence of immediate scrutiny. In essence, Sigma males weaponize quietness. They know that when others believe they are not paying attention, they are in fact absorbing, analyzing, and outsmarting. The more people talk to fill the silence, the more the Sigma male understands. And the quieter he remains, the more powerful his understanding becomes, giving him an almost invisible upper hand in every interaction. Number 3, they know that appearing harmless keeps them underestimated, which gives them more space to maneuver without interference. Sigma males have this rare ability to appear non-threatening. On the surface, they may seem quiet, unassuming, even average, but that is exactly the point. By looking harmless, they lower the expectations of those around them. People rarely see a danger coming if they don't believe one exists. This isn't about faking weakness. It's about creating an environment where others feel safe enough to act freely, unknowingly revealing their plans, habits, and even vulnerabilities. In everyday life, this could be a coworker underestimating a Sigma male in the office, thinking he's slow or disengaged. The truth is, while others rush to prove themselves, he quietly analyzes the landscape, notices patterns, and figures out who can be trusted or manipulated strategically. He moves silently, taking actions behind the scenes while everyone else is busy with drama or competition. The harmless facade is a cloak, giving him the freedom to act without drawing unwanted attention. The real genius lies in how it affects interactions. People assume someone harmless will not challenge them, so they overshare or take risks around him. They miscalculate his influence, thinking he's irrelevant to their plans. And in that misjudgment, he gains control. He doesn't need to fight for authority or recognition. The room's perception of harmlessness gives him room to operate with surgical precision. This strategy is subtle, but its effects are profound. In friendships, relationships, or professional circles, people often reveal their true priorities when they feel a Sigma male isn't a threat. By not appearing powerful or overly intelligent, he observes quietly, while others unknowingly pave the way for his advantage. He becomes like water, flowing into spaces and situations that others overlook or dismiss. Ultimately, the Sigma male's harmless appearance is not a limitation. It is an advantage. He turns the assumptions of others into a playground for strategy. While everyone else is busy asserting themselves or competing for attention, he moves freely, gathers insight, and positions himself exactly where he wants to be. Being underestimated is a choice, and it's one of the most effective tools he has to quietly outsmart everyone around him without ever revealing the depth of his capabilities. Number 4. They recognize that knowledge is most powerful when it is hidden until the right moment. Sigma males understand a truth most people never fully grasp. Showing everything you know at once rarely serves you. Knowledge, when revealed too early, loses its impact. It's like holding a winning card and laying it on the table before the game even starts. Sigma males know the power lies in timing, in the patience to wait until the moment when their understanding can change the course of events completely. In daily life, this plays out in ways people might overlook. Picture a conversation where a Sigma male is asked about a complex situation at work. He could respond immediately, flaunting his knowledge, but instead he listens, asks a simple question, and stays quiet. The person explaining themselves may assume he doesn't know much, giving away key details or their true intentions. Later, when the Sigma male finally acts or speaks, his insight hits harder precisely because it was hidden. That moment of revelation carries weight. It surprises, commands attention, and positions him in a place of quiet authority. The same principle works in relationships or negotiations. By keeping the depth of what he knows subtle, he avoids unnecessary conflict while still steering outcomes in his favor. People often miscalculate when they think they fully understand the Sigma male. His restraint in showing knowledge gives him an almost invisible advantage. While others reveal everything and exhaust their leverage too soon, he preserves his. Hiding knowledge is also about protecting oneself. If everyone sees the full extent of your understanding, it invites challenges, envy, or sabotage. By letting some things remain unseen, the Sigma male maintains control. Others may think they are in the driver's seat, but he quietly navigates the road with insight they cannot anticipate. Ultimately, the Sigma male knows that real power is subtle. Knowledge is not meant to be displayed like a trophy. It's a tool, a weapon, and a shield, all most effective when reserved for the precise moment when it can create maximum impact. By concealing what he knows, he quietly directs outcomes, solves problems before anyone else sees them coming, and ensures that when he finally acts, it feels effortless, inevitable, and completely in his favor. Number 5, they allow others to over-explain, which gives them insight into hidden intentions that would otherwise stay buried. Sigma males have a unique talent for turning ordinary conversations into intelligence-gathering opportunities. Instead of cutting people off or asserting themselves, they let others do the talking. Most people hate silence or ambiguity, and when they sense someone isn't fully engaging, they instinctively fill the gaps. They over-explain, justify, or even exaggerate, revealing information they never meant to share. The Sigma male isn't just listening, he's piecing together motives, inconsistencies, and truths that would otherwise remain hidden. Imagine a friend venting about a decision they made. While everyone else might respond with advice, judgment, or their own stories, the Sigma male stays quiet, nods, and asks only small, seemingly innocent questions. The friend keeps talking, layering detail upon detail, exposing not just what happened, but why, how they feel about it, and what they hope to gain. In that monologue, patterns emerge, vulnerabilities appear, and intentions are unveiled. To the outside eye, the Sigma male seems passive or even clueless, but internally he's assembling a complete map of the situation. This approach works in professional life too. Colleagues or competitors who over-explain can inadvertently reveal their strategies, insecurities, or weaknesses. A Sigma male doesn't need to interrogate or challenge them. Their own words provide the answers. He absorbs the information quietly, using it later to navigate conflicts, gain leverage, or make decisions with precision. The advantage comes from patience and restraint. By not reacting immediately, he lets the other person's ego and desire to be understood do the work for him. The genius of this method lies in its subtlety. Most people would assume that staying quiet means ignorance or disinterest, but in reality it's a deliberate choice. The Sigma male uses the natural tendencies of others to uncover truths that are difficult to access through direct questioning or confrontation. In essence, letting people over-explain turns ordinary interactions into windows for insight. It's like watching a play where the actors think they are improvising freely, unaware that the observer is taking meticulous notes. By giving others the stage, the Sigma male quietly controls the narrative, understands the hidden layers of intention, and positions himself to act decisively when the moment is right. It's not manipulation, it's strategy, observation, and a deep understanding of human behavior in its rawest form. Number 6, they realize that when people think they're clueless, they project their own arrogance, which becomes easy to study. Sigma males have a sharp understanding of human psychology. They know that when someone believes they are dealing with a person who doesn't fully grasp what's happening, their own arrogance tends to surface. People start overestimating themselves, boasting, or making assumptions they normally wouldn't. They reveal not only what they think they know, but also the confidence and biases that guide their behavior. For the Sigma male, This projection becomes a goldmine of insight. In everyday life, this can happen in simple situations. Consider a work scenario where a colleague believes a Sigma male is inexperienced or unaware of office politics. They may brag about their strategies, outline their plans, or criticize others with reckless confidence. The Sigma male doesn't interrupt or correct them. He quietly observes, mentally noting patterns, weaknesses, and overextensions. What they think is casual conversation becomes valuable intelligence, giving him a clear understanding of motivations and power dynamics. This tactic also works socially. When people assume a Sigma male is naive, they often exaggerate their own knowledge, express opinions without filtering them, or make decisions based on their sense of superiority. They inadvertently display the very traits they might normally hide: fear of being outsmarted, desire for validation, or personal insecurities. The Sigma male studies these projections carefully, gaining an advantage without confrontation or suspicion. The beauty of this strategy is in its simplicity. By pretending to be unaware, the Sigma male doesn't need to force anyone's hand. People willingly give away their strengths, weaknesses, and tendencies. He can predict how they will behave in future situations, understand where they might overreach, and position himself accordingly. It's an invisible advantage built purely on observation and the natural human tendency to project one's confidence onto perceived gaps in others. Ultimately, the Sigma male's perceived cluelessness transforms arrogance into insight. He doesn't need to assert his intelligence or correct assumptions. He lets others do that for him. Their projection reveals their inner workings, and he quietly absorbs it. By the time anyone realizes the Sigma male's depth of understanding, he already has a clear map of how to navigate the situation, ensuring he remains several steps ahead without anyone noticing his hand in the game. Number 7. They understand that patience is sharper than confrontation, and waiting quietly often reveals the truth without effort. Sigma males know that rushing to react or forcing a situation rarely works in their favor. They've learned that patience is not passive. It's an active tool of observation and strategy. By staying quiet and allowing events to unfold naturally, they gain insights that confrontational approaches could never uncover. People reveal themselves over time, often without realizing they are giving away the information the Sigma male needs. Waiting quietly allows him to see the bigger picture, detect inconsistencies, and understand intentions clearly. In everyday life, this could be as simple as waiting before responding to a heated discussion. Others may speak impulsively, showing their true priorities, fears, and ego-driven motives. The Sigma male doesn't feel the need to insert himself immediately or prove a point. Instead, he observes, listens, and absorbs. The truth of the situation surfaces on its own. When he finally acts, his response is not just measured, it carries precision, timing, and impact. By letting others reveal themselves through their own words and actions, he gains a perspective that confrontation could never achieve. This approach works in relationships, negotiations, and even casual interactions. People often underestimate the power of waiting. They assume action must be immediate, that silence is weakness, and that patience equals passivity. A Sigma male flips that assumption. He understands that those who act first often expose their patterns, motivations, and mistakes. By letting situations develop naturally, he positions himself as a calm observer who can act decisively when the timing is perfect. Patience also prevents unnecessary conflict. By resisting the urge to react emotionally or aggressively, the Sigma male avoids revealing his own strategies or vulnerabilities. Others may feel frustrated or impatient, which causes them to make errors or show their true selves. Every delay, every moment of quiet is a tool that sharpens his understanding and enhances his control. Ultimately, patience is a weapon. It's the difference between reacting blindly and seeing clearly. By waiting quietly, Sigma males allow others to reveal the truth effortlessly, giving them an almost invisible upper hand. Their calm endurance turns time itself into an ally, allowing them to outsmart others without overt confrontation, and ensuring that when they finally move, it is with precision, clarity, and undeniable advantage. Number 8. They allow others to misjudge them because those misjudgments create blind spots they can later use to their advantage. Sigma males understand that perception is a weapon. When people think they know someone, they often act with confidence, assuming they have the upper hand. By letting others misjudge him, a Sigma male turns their assumptions into a strategic advantage. People rarely consider the possibility that they are wrong, which creates blind spots the Sigma male can navigate effortlessly. This misjudgment isn't accidental. It's cultivated through subtle behavior, patience, and restraint. In everyday life, this can be as simple as a co-worker assuming he isn't ambitious because he doesn't boast about accomplishments. That co-worker might share critical information, underestimate the Sigma male's influence, or make careless decisions, believing they have the full picture. Meanwhile, the Sigma male quietly collects insights, builds connections, and positions himself for opportunities that others overlook. Their misjudgment becomes a bridge to his advantage. This principle also works in social circles. Friends or acquaintances who underestimate him will act freely, revealing their priorities, biases, and vulnerabilities. They may overcommit, misstep, or even expose secrets they otherwise would have guarded. The Sigma male doesn't need to intervene or correct them. By letting misperceptions persist, he creates a landscape where others' arrogance or assumptions become predictable tools for strategic movement. The brilliance of this tactic lies in its subtlety. By appearing less formidable or knowledgeable than he actually is, the Sigma male ensures that others' confidence blinds them. They reveal their intentions without realizing it, believing they are interacting with someone less aware or capable. Every misjudgment creates an invisible doorway, a space where he can act with minimal resistance and maximum effect. Ultimately, allowing others to misjudge him is about leverage. Sigma males understand that underestimation is not weakness, it is opportunity. The blind spots created by others' assumptions provide him the freedom to observe, plan, and execute moves that catch people off guard. When the time comes to act, those who misjudged him are already positioned to react exactly as he anticipated. What looks like innocence or simplicity on the surface is actually a calculated advantage, ensuring he quietly outsmarts everyone while they remain unaware of the full scope of his capabilities. Number 9, they understand that not every battle needs to be fought in the open, and sometimes quiet observation wins the war. Sigma males have an instinct for choosing when to act and when to simply watch. They know that not every situation requires confrontation or immediate involvement. By stepping back and observing, they often gain far more than they would by jumping in. People tend to reveal their true nature when they believe no one is paying close attention, and the Sigma male quietly absorbs it all. In essence, he wins by watching rather than fighting, letting others exhaust themselves on battles that may ultimately prove meaningless. In daily life, this can look like avoiding arguments or debates that seem important in the moment but ultimately reveal little of real value. For instance, in a workplace disagreement, a Sigma male may stay silent as colleagues argue passionately, exposing their priorities, weaknesses, and egos. He doesn't need to intervene. By the end of the conversation, he has the full picture, while others are drained and emotionally invested, unaware that he holds the strategic advantage. This approach also works in relationships or social dynamics. People often underestimate the power of a quiet presence. While others compete for attention, validation, or dominance, the Sigma male remains calm, collecting information and understanding motivations. He sees patterns that are invisible to those caught up in the moment. Over time, this insight allows him to navigate situations with precision, making moves that seem effortless because he has already anticipated reactions, objections, and outcomes. The real power in observation lies in its subtlety. When people assume the Sigma male is disengaged or indifferent, they drop their guard. They may make mistakes, reveal intentions, or act impulsively, creating opportunities he can later leverage. Every argument, every misstep, and every reveal becomes a tool he can use without ever having to fight openly. Ultimately, Sigma males understand that control is rarely about being loud or confrontational. It's about timing, patience, and knowing when to remain unseen. The quiet observer often sees the whole board, while others only see pieces. By choosing observation over action, the Sigma male ensures that when he finally does move, it is decisive, deliberate, and overwhelmingly effective, giving him the upper hand without ever having needed to fight the battle out in the open. Number 10. They practice the art of selective ignorance because not reacting to everything keeps them in control. Sigma males know that reacting to every comment, every situation, or every challenge is a trap. Most people feel the need to respond immediately, to defend themselves, or to assert their opinion. The Sigma male doesn't. He practices selective ignorance, choosing carefully what to respond to and what to ignore. This is not laziness or indifference. It is a conscious strategy that gives him control over his environment, over others' perceptions, and over his own energy. In everyday life, this might look like ignoring office gossip, dismissing minor provocations, or refusing to argue over trivial points. While others expend their energy reacting, proving themselves, or chasing attention, the Sigma male remains focused. By not engaging unnecessarily, he forces others to reveal more. People assume he is unaware or unconcerned, and in doing so they lower their guard, overexplain, or misstep. He gains insight and opportunity without ever exposing himself. Selective ignorance also works in social or personal relationships. Someone may try to bait or manipulate him into emotional reactions. Instead of falling for it, he holds back, watches, and lets the other person expose their intentions. Every provocation becomes a window into motives, priorities, and weaknesses. By staying calm and deliberate, he maintains authority over the situation without confrontation. The genius of this approach lies in perception. People often misread his inaction as indifference or incapacity. They don't realize that his restraint is a form of power. By choosing what to notice and respond to, the Sigma male keeps the rhythm of interaction on his terms. Others act impulsively while he moves strategically. He conserves energy, gathers information, and positions himself for maximum impact when it matters most. Ultimately, selective ignorance is a silent tool of mastery. It allows the Sigma male to dictate the pace of interactions, turn others' assumptions against them, and remain steps ahead without showing effort. Not reacting to everything is not weakness. It is a deliberate choice to observe, analyze, and act with precision. In the world of hidden advantage, knowing when to stay quiet is as powerful as knowing when to strike. Number 11, they know that people reveal more when they feel superior, and Sigma males purposely invite that feeling. Sigma males have an intuitive understanding of ego. They know that when someone feels smarter, stronger, or more knowledgeable than they actually are, they start revealing truths they would otherwise guard carefully. Rather than trying to dominate conversations or prove their own intelligence, Sigma males subtly encourage others to feel superior. This isn't manipulation in a negative sense, it's a strategic observation that turns people's confidence into insight. In daily life, this plays out in subtle ways. At work, a colleague who believes the Sigma male doesn't fully grasp a situation may over-explain a plan, brag about achievements, or casually reveal intentions. Socially, friends who think they know it all might boast, argue passionately, or overshare personal opinions. In every scenario, the person projecting superiority unwittingly exposes their weaknesses, motivations, and blind spots. The Sigma male absorbs these details quietly, building a clear understanding of dynamics while remaining unobtrusive. The genius lies in patience and subtlety. People are far more revealing when they believe they are in control. They relax their caution, speak freely, and act without overthinking because they feel dominant. The Sigma male creates that space intentionally, giving others the illusion that they are the smartest person in the room. This perception makes them comfortable enough to drop their guard, and in doing so, he gains the upper hand effortlessly. This approach is especially powerful because it turns ego into a tool. Rather than confronting arrogance or forcing honesty, he lets the other person's sense of superiority do the work. By doing so, he uncovers hidden intentions, observes decision-making patterns, and understands the emotional undercurrents guiding behavior. Every overconfident word and action becomes a clue that helps him navigate relationships, negotiations, or conflicts with precision. Ultimately, Sigma males understand that true influence doesn't require overt power. By allowing others to feel superior, they extract more information, anticipate moves, and quietly steer outcomes without anyone realizing it. What looks like passive observation is actually a masterclass in strategy, showing that the most effective control often comes from letting others believe they are in control, while in reality, the Sigma male remains several steps ahead. Number 12, They keep their intelligence layered so no one sees the full depth of what they are capable of. Sigma males understand that revealing everything they know at once is a mistake. People often measure intelligence by what is shown, but Sigma males operate on a deeper level. They keep their knowledge, skills, and insights layered, only revealing what is necessary at the right time. This creates an air of mystery and ensures that when they act, the impact is far greater than anyone expected. It's not about being secretive for its own sake. It's about preserving power and control. In everyday life, this could look like someone at work who seems quiet during meetings. They may nod, listen, or contribute small points, but behind that subtle participation, they understand the full scope of the project, the people involved, and the best way to influence outcomes. Colleagues might think they are merely polite or average, but the Sigma male is strategically saving his insight, ready to act when the moment maximizes effectiveness. This layered intelligence also extends to social situations. Friends or acquaintances may underestimate his capacity for understanding complex dynamics, assuming he doesn't notice nuances or hidden motives. Meanwhile, he is observing patterns, evaluating behavior, and preparing for moments that require precision. By not showing everything at once, he prevents others from fully predicting his actions, giving him an edge in almost any scenario. The beauty of layered intelligence is its unpredictability. People rarely suspect how much he actually understands until it's too late. When the Sigma male finally demonstrates his insight, it has a stronger effect because it feels sudden, almost effortless. It's a tool that protects him, guides his interactions, and ensures that he controls the narrative without appearing controlling. Ultimately, keeping intelligence layered is about timing, subtlety, and strategic advantage. The Sigma male doesn't need to impress constantly or dominate conversations. By revealing only what serves him, he creates an environment where he is underestimated, and that underestimation becomes a source of strength. The full depth of his abilities remains hidden until the perfect moment, making every action calculated, every decision impactful, and every outcome in his favor. Number 13. They use misdirection not to deceive, but to protect their true strength until it is needed. Sigma males understand that revealing their full abilities too soon can backfire. People are unpredictable, and if others see all of what he can do, they might challenge, sabotage, or block him. Instead of showing every skill or insight up front, he uses misdirection, appearing casual, distracted, or even less capable than he truly is. This is not about lying or manipulation. It's about preserving energy, protecting his power, and choosing the right moment to reveal his capabilities when it will have maximum impact. In everyday life, this could look like a colleague who quietly observes a problem without immediately offering solutions. Others might assume he is uninvolved or unaware, but internally, he has already analyzed the situation and developed a strategy. When the moment calls for it, he steps forward, and his actions appear precise, effective, and almost effortless. The impact is magnified precisely because people assumed he was less capable than he actually is. Misdirection works socially as well. Friends or acquaintances may think the Sigma male is easygoing, indifferent, or even slow to understand complex matters. While they underestimate him, he observes patterns, intentions, and motivations. When he finally acts, whether by giving advice, making a decision, or taking control of a situation, the outcome is far beyond what others anticipated. This strategic patience ensures that his influence is subtle but undeniable. The genius of misdirection lies in its protective nature. By not revealing everything up front, the Sigma male avoids unnecessary conflict, rivalry, and scrutiny. He maintains control over when and how his strength is displayed. People are unaware of the full scope of his abilities until he chooses to show them, giving him a tactical advantage in both personal and professional interactions. Ultimately, misdirection is about timing, subtlety, and efficiency. It allows the Sigma male to remain unpredictable, protect his resources, and act decisively at the moment that matters most. Others may think he is casual or even oblivious, but behind that calm exterior lies a mind fully aware, fully prepared, and ready to turn perception into advantage. This quiet strategy ensures that his true strength is revealed only when it achieves maximum effect. In final words, you've probably met him before. The quiet guy in the corner who seems unaware, maybe even a little lost in the chaos around him. He doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't compete for attention, And on the surface, he might seem like he's just going through the motions. But here's the truth most people never see. He's not clueless. Every word you say, every move you make, every assumption you think you've made about him, he's noticing it all. While everyone else is busy proving themselves, he's quietly studying, analyzing, and positioning himself in ways that leave you wondering how he always seems one step ahead. The Sigma male's genius lies in his silence, his patience, and his ability to appear harmless while quietly gathering every piece of information he needs. He doesn't need to dominate the room or demand respect. He earns it in ways people don't even realize are happening. People underestimate him, and that's exactly the advantage he wants them to have. Because in a world where everyone is trying to impress, compete, and be seen, he moves like a shadow, observing, learning, and waiting for the perfect moment to act. This is a deep dive into the mind of a Sigma male, the strategies behind why he acts clueless, and the subtle ways he outsmarts everyone without ever being noticed. By the end of this, you'll see why appearances are never what they seem, and why quiet observation, patience, and understated intelligence can give someone power that no one else even recognizes. Thank you for watching, Gents, and God bless you.